Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardener. Now, apart from a lot of questions what people tend to ask me, and I feel really happy answering each and every question that you have. At times it gets a little bit delayed, but I try my best to answer all your questions. Now, there is another question that is frequently asked is it possible to revive a dying succulent? Now, it completely depends upon why the succulent is dying in first place. If you might have seen my last video, if it is a stem rot or a root rot, and if it is identified or checked early at the early stage, you are able to survive or save the succulent. But if it is a crown rot, or if the succulent is completely destroyed because of overwatering, and if it is a crown rot, then of course there is zero chance that the succulent will revive. In fact, the moment you're going to touch the succulent, all of the leaves will start to fall. But in case if you have a succulent that had a very bad sunburn and all of the leaves were burnt, in that case you can definitely revive your succulent back. As you can see, this succulent is the perfect example. It was completely burnt. Probably I had not acclimated it, and it happened to receive a lot of direct sunlight, due to which all of the leaves happen to get burnt. Let me point out the leaves. I'm sure you will be able to see how the leaves tend to look over here. A lot of burns on the lower leaves. These are all the burns. A lot of people also tend to get confused this with the mold or fungus, so you have to be extremely careful, because when you tend to see this is very simple sunburn, and if you are going to spray anything on the succulent like a fungicide, insecticide or a pesticide, that will definitely kill your succulent, because over here the succulent was burnt and it is starting to recover slowly, and all you have to do is just leave it aside. Do not do anything. There were some of the leaves that were also fallen when I was shifting, so I have left those leaves in the pot. But when you have a case like this, first it's very important for you to identify that it is burns and it is not fungus. The fungus is going to be more like a powdery kind of a effect. It's very easy to understand that, because you would be knowing that you had put out your succulent in direct sunlight, due to which it got burnt. So always ensure that you do not spray anything on a succulent that has already got burnt. All you have to do is just keep it aside. Now, after I left it aside, I completely ignored the succulent. It was kept in indirect bright light. So now you can see there is a lot of new growth on the crown area. Let me try and focus it a little bit more so you can see how the new crown area tends to look like. Now, of course, the succulent is going to be kept in indirect bright light until it starts to regrow its new leaves completely, and when I'm going to again put it out in direct sunlight, I'll have to again go through the entire process of acclimation, which is a slow introduction to morning direct sunlight. If I'm going to do a sudden introduction, again the same thing is going to happen, so we'll have to do a slow introduction. So this is one of the case wherein the succulent can revive back.